Welcome you guys back into my next course. What I want to teach you guys is how to be more conscious in terms of life. So when you want to be more conscious in life, you have to understand to read more books and you have to understand to experience life more. So when you're experiencing life more, all you're looking to do is to be more conscious of yourself. So you have to understand that if you want to do anything to help yourself to succeed every single day, it's consciousness that's going to get you there. So you have to understand that more knowledge breeds more consciousness, and the more conscious you are throughout life, the better you're going to become and the more healthy you're going to become. So you must understand that every single day you must understand to follow Jesus Christ, because consciousness is Jesus Christ. And you have to understand that if you really grow yourself throughout life, you're really going to understand much more consciousness in the process. So the whole point of life is to succeed, and every single day you must understand that you have to lead yourself into greatness. Every single day you have to talk and you have to look at life as a simplistic way of growth so that you can grow. And you have to understand that if you really want to succeed today, you have to be much more preoccupied with consciousness every single day so that you can understand how to grow yourself. So if you want to help yourself to understand anything about life, you have to be motivated. You have to talk and you have to understand every single day to communicate every single day in the camera. And you have to do something today to succeed every single day of your life. So you must understand that consciousness breeds success. So every single time you understand everything about life, you must understand much more about it, and you must understand every single day there's always something to learn. But all I want to teach you is a way of consciousness today in the video, and I want to show you something about life every single time I do a video. So much more about helping you to succeed. So you must understand, if you really want to succeed every single day, and if you really want to do something to succeed daily, you have to understand to be more conscious of yourself and other people, so that you can rise consciousness and awareness in the planet itself, and so that you can really devour yourself in terms of life to make sure that you're doing something to help yourself to succeed. So if you really want to succeed differently, and if you really want to help yourself to grow every single time, you have to understand to learn how to be in control of your emotions and to be in control of your mindset every single day, because anything that's separate from the mind and body is anything that's Jesus Christ. So you must understand to be separated every single day of your life with the notion that you're being in terms of life. So you must understand to be separate, but also at the same time to be unseparated from yourself, while being in contradictory terms every single day to learn the art of awareness. So you must understand that if you want to be aware about life, you have to understand that you have to go through life much more in a sense of gratitude for yourself, and you have to really learn how to grow, and you really have to learn how to really speak on camera every single time, and you have to learn how to grow within what you're saying. So when you're really growing, you're really learning something in the process of life, and you're really making sure that you can actually live life to the best of your ability every single day, and you're making sure that you can actually grow yourself and other people so that you can understand how to grow yourself in terms of life. So you have to understand, if you really want to help yourself to succeed every single day, you have to be motivated to talk, and you have to be motivated to do something today to succeed. So you must understand every single day of your life, you have to understand that if you fail, you have to get back up, and you have to understand to really grow and outgrow yourself every single time, so that you understand much more about life. So you must understand that if you really want to succeed today, you must understand that you have to go and do a greater job for yourself every single day, and you have to learn that every single day of your life is a new day, and that new ideals come into your play, in terms of new ideals come into life, where you have to grow and you have to really be sophisticated to really understand much more about how to grow yourself in the process. So you must understand that all you will really looking to do is really to be in your emotions every single day, and making sure that you're in your feelings. So when you're in your feelings and when you're in the emotions, you're really talking from a perspective of mindset, and you're really controlling your emotions and controlling yourself every single time, and you're making sure that you're not doing drugs, you're not doing anything that's harming you today, so that you can actually grow your emotions, and so you can grow yourself to the best ability that you can, and so that you can really focus on discipline every single time. Because when you're focusing on discipline and when you're focusing on a greater way of life, you have to be able to expand yourself. So the way to expand yourself is through your emotions, and to expand your emotions every single day is to have more consciousness. So all you're really looking to do is to expand yourself every single day into the awareness that you are. And you have to understand that everybody's awareness to some degree, And even Jesus Christ has awareness. So you must understand every single time that Jesus Christ has the most awareness in the world. So if you follow Jesus Christ's rules, then you're going to have success in all doors and you're going to have success in all ways. So you must understand every single time that I really, really control myself. I look to control my emotions. I look to make rational decisions that are helping me grow so that I can help myself to understand much more about life. So it's much more about dealing with different ideas and dealing with different ways of thinking every single time so that I can grow myself in the process, and making sure that I'm really, really helping myself to understand much more about life is the whole ideal. So you must understand that all you're really selling is an attitude, and you must understand that really, really in life that you really control yourself in terms of your emotions so that you can understand how to live life much more is the better way to do it. So you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to do something every single day in a great deal of life, that you really, really are looking for a better outcome every single time, and you're making sure every single day of your life that you're really, really prospering and making sure that you're successful, and really, really taking a deep dive into life, making sure that you're doing everything that you can every single day to succeed is the best way for you. So you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to understand much more, you have to understand to really, really dive into books and making sure that you're really, really reading much more material, and that you're really, really doing much more material, but that you're motivating yourself every single time to succeed is the best ideal for you, and that you're really growing from it, and that you're really, really looking for different ways of thinking and different ways of saying something every single time so that you can actually be of service to people so that you understand much more about life is the whole ideal. So you must understand if you really want to be more conscious, you'll do whatever it takes to succeed, and you'll make sure every single time that you're really, really learning the art of awareness, and that you're really, really in the emotions of life. Because when you dive into your emotions, you're going to feel different ways of thinking, and you're going to make sure that you're feeling your thinking, and that way you're being able to outgrow apart from your mind, and making sure that you're not your mind in the whole process, and making sure that you're really, really fond of what you're saying and what you're doing, so that you understand that you really, really have to outgrow yourself every single time, and making sure that you're really, really growing in the process of what you're doing every single day, so that you can learn how to grow, and so that you can understand much more about life. And you have to understand that when I grow myself, I go into the emotions simply. I simply go into my emotions. I feel my thinking. I'm feeling my thinking right now. And all that I'm doing is coming to terms with what I'm saying, and I'm making sure every single time I'm looking to give a great deal of awareness in this video, because that's the presence that I'm here. And you must understand that if I'm here, then where am I? And you must understand I'm really, really here in the moment. So make sure you understand that every single time I'm delivering content, I'm delivering something of value, and I'm making sure every single time that I'm doing something that's corresponding to my life in a different way, by making sure that I'm lifting my emotions, and I'm making sure that I'm really, really upbeat, and making sure that I'm doing something that I'm succeeding with every single time. So I'm always looking to help people in different ways and different formats, and I'm making sure that I'm looking for a better way all the time to succeed. Is the whole point. It's the whole point. And you must understand that if you really, really grow yourself in the terms of what you're doing in terms of life, where you're passionate in terms of life, then you have to understand that you're really, really looking for a better way of life, and you're making sure that you're looking for something that is ideal to you, that's going to help you to grow. Because simply in terms of life, you have to understand that consciousness breeds awareness, and that awareness breeds excellence. And you must understand that if you're really much more aware about what you're doing every single time, you're going to really, really grow from the outcome, and you're going to really, really understand what to say in the process of life. And you're making sure every single time that you're really looking for a better ideal within yourself right now to unlock different potentials with what you're saying every single time. And you're making sure every single day that you really, really go throughout life, making sure that you never complain, but you're really simple about life, and you're making sure that you start off conversations with anything that goes, making sure that you're really, really dwelling upon life, and that you're really, really simple about matters, and that you're really, really growing from what you're saying is the whole ideal. So the whole point of life is to make sure that you're really much more conscious, so that you can actually grow, and that you can really learn from people, so that you understand much more. And the whole point is just understanding much more about yourself in the process, and making sure that you understand how to go and embody your emotions right now. And while you're in your emotions, you're looking for different ways of thinking, and different ways of saying something, and different ways of living life, and you're looking for a better outcome. You're making sure every single day that you're doing something to help yourself to succeed. But in the midst of everything, you're making sure that you're just helping people to grow in the same time. And you're making sure that you're learning how to grow yourself in the process is the whole point. So I'm understanding that if you really want to grow yourself, then you'll do whatever it takes to grow, and you'll make sure every single day that you're delaying gratification every single time, and that you're really learning how to really process your emotions in the way of making sure that you're growing, and that you're really delivering content in the process, and that you're actually just really simple about what you're saying, and making sure that you're really learning along the way everything that it takes to succeed, because that's the whole point of life, and that's how you really succeed, and making sure that you're really growing and that you're really doing something. See guys, so the whole point of life is making sure that every single day of your life you're looking forward to your emotions, and you're looking forward to a better way of communicating every single time, because every single time you communicate, you can have a new way to say something, and you can have new ways of doing something. So that's the whole point of life, and the whole point of consciousness is to really express yourself every single time, so that when you express yourself, you're really doing something of your own work, and you're making sure every single time that you're doing original content, and then you're doing something that's helping you grow. Is the whole point of life. And that you're really never struggling to say something, and you're never struggling in life, and making sure that you're really prospering is the whole point. I say welcome guys back into my next video. So what I want to teach you today is how to quit drugs and how to make sure that your life is more successful. So what you need to do throughout life is make sure every single day that you're communicating better with yourself every single day, making sure every single day that you have better habits for yourself, because the epitome of life in terms of having a great lifestyle or being able to express your feelings is being able to understand how to be a being and how to actually control your emotions. So what you have to do every single day is you have to focus on your life, and you have to make sure every single day you're doing something much more positive for yourself, because every single day you must understand that if you really want to quit drugs, or if you really want to become successful, you have to be able to master your emotions. And you have to understand that if you're really wanting to do something better for yourself every single day, I promise you the only option every single day is to do a better life for yourself. So you have to make sure that you are delivering content and that you're doing something positive for yourself every single day, so that you can live your life better. Because every single day you must understand to be at your best version. So you have to focus on yourself, and you have to focus on a better life. So to quit drugs and alcohol and to make sure that you're doing better in life, you have to understand that you have to go inside, and you have to look within yourself right now to understand that you never need drugs, and you never need to have sex with other people, and you never need to masturbate, for example. And you have to understand that if you want to have sex with other people, then you make sex with other people happen by having a kid only. And you must understand it's much more desirable in you right now that you understand that you need a better attitude throughout life, and you need to understand every single day to do something positive for yourself so that you can grow yourself, because the whole point of life is to be growing yourself and making sure that you're helping people. So how do you contribute to the planet? I promise you must contribute to the planet through words and through encouragement, and making sure that you're motivating yourself every single day to understand Jesus Christ. Because you have to understand that if you really want to become successful today, you have to understand that it's all about making sure that you're always a being, and that you're always delivering content in terms of life. So you must understand that if you really want to do better for yourself, you have to really go throughout life making sure that you're doing a way of life that's much better for you. So you have to focus on yourself, and you make sure that you put yourself first, and that's how you quit drugs, guys. So make sure you understand that every single day of your life has to be a greater dimension, and has to be much more greater awareness every single day. You have to be learning, and you have to be learning something to be able to grow. So make sure you invest yourself to read books much more, and make sure every single day that you're delivering content so that you can help yourself to grow, because you have to leave a legacy behind, and you have to do something today to make sure that you're successful. So you have to make sure every single day that you're doing something that's constructive with yourself. So if you really focus on yourself right now, and you focus on your mindset, and you focus on something that's really helping you to grow, you're always going to find the answer, and you're always going to use your being. I mean, you're going to use your whole being to make sure that you're really producing content, and that you're really finding the courage within yourself every single day to understand that you have to do better, and you have to really go the better path in life. So every single day we're focusing on a spiritual life, and making sure every single day that we're doing something that's helping us grow. In a sense, so make sure every single day that you're really learning. I mean, you have to be learning, you have to be selling your attitude, and you have to be positive about it, and you have to be making sure that you're always delivering content in terms of life so that you can help yourself to understand much more about living life to the fullest. So every single day, it's about delaying gratification. So you have to understand that you become what you eat. And you have to understand that if you really want a better life for yourself, you have to understand that you must never get cancer and you must never have a heart attack in your life. You must every single day make sure that you're healthy in terms of your body length, and making sure that you're always physical in terms of life, but making sure also that you're in your body, and making sure that you're also spiritual and in your mindset, that you grow yourself much more. I mean, you must understand that if you're really growing yourself, you're going to do anything that it takes to succeed, and you're going to make sure that you're growing in every single moment. So if you have nothing to do, guys, just make sure that you're growing. I mean, make sure that you're doing something to grow, because life is to be growing every single day, and it's making sure every single day that you understand that if you grow, then you have everything that you need. I mean, you have to understand that in every single moment you have to be growing, and you have to be in your body and in your feelings. And you have to make sure every single day that you're doing content to help people, because that way you're going to help yourself to understand much more about life, and you're going to be able to understand that every single day of your life you have to categorize yourself in a better dimension, and you have to understand to grow your awareness. So the only way to do that is to read more. I mean, in a sense, so make sure every single day that you're reading more and consuming more content, but making sure that you're always nice and beautiful in terms of your positive attitude, and making sure that you have a positive attitude with yourself every single day, so that you learn how to do what you need to do to succeed. But making sure every single day you understand that when you go through life, that life wants to kick you down, but the thing is that life also wants to get you up, and life wants to bring you up, and life wants to motivate you. And you must understand that you have to really help yourself to grow. So make sure you understand that every single day of my life, I make sure every single day I'm doing something positive. I'm making sure that I'm selling myself in the best ways. But how do I quit drugs? I mean, when I quit drugs, guys, I make sure I focus on something else. I focus on growing. I focus on my best version. I focus on Jesus Christ. I make sure I follow Jesus Christ's name, and I make sure that I'm always delivering content in terms of helping myself to understand much more, so that I help myself to grow. I find ways and techniques to grow, and I make sure that I'm delivering content so that I help myself to grow. I mean, every single day you must understand that if you really want to do something to succeed every single day, you have to focus on yourself, and you have to focus on a better life, and you have to understand that it's much more about helping people to grow every single day, and making sure that you're always positive, and making sure that you're doing something every single day to understand how to succeed is the whole point. I mean, every single day you must understand that you have to build up your vocabulary, and you have to understand that you have to build up your vocabulary to succeed, and you have to understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So you have to understand that if you're feeling your way through life, I promise you it's the only way to live life. And you have to understand it's really push up your emotions. I mean, make sure you get really bubbly. I mean, make sure you're always spiritual. I mean, make sure you have a lot of energy every single day. I mean, make sure you eat the foods and drinks that give you a lot of energy every single day, so that you understand that it's much more about benefiting the world every single day, and making sure that you're going above and beyond for yourself every single day to do whatever it takes to succeed. So you have to understand that if you understand that drugs do nothing for you, you must understand that you have to grow, and you have to understand that drugs kill you, and you have to understand that every single day of your life, that if you become sober, you're going to have a greater life, and you're going to be straight edge for yourself, because you have to understand that straight edge people are people who never take drugs, and they never do anything to harm the planet. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if you want to become a vegan as well, you must understand that veganism has a lot of benefits for you, and it's going to help you to save money, and it's going to help you to understand how to eat and how to have a spiritual life much better. So you must understand that if you really want to help to understand yourself much more, you must understand to look within yourself every single day, to focus on a greater life for yourself, and making sure that you're always talking in a way that's growing you. And you must understand to find new ideas and find something new to say every single day, and make sure every single day that you're on understanding that it's much more about living life to the fullest. So every single day you must understand that if you really want to benefit people, and if you really want to help yourself to understand something more, then you have to look within yourself every single day to understand your emotions. And you have to understand that quitting drugs is easy, and you must understand that anything that's quitting drugs today is 1% physical and 99% psychological. And you must understand every single day that drugs always has a withdrawal effect of 1% physical. And you must understand that if I quit smoking today, for example, I withdraw 1% of the time through my physical length and through the psychological, in terms of the psychological way, is 99% of the time. So what I mean is the addiction of drugs is 99% psychological and it's 1% physical. So you must understand that drugs hurt you as a being. I mean, hurt your being, and you must understand every single day you must go and do better for yourself, and you have to really find the words to say, and you have to really emphasize with yourself every single day to really reflect upon what you're saying, so that you can help yourself to understand how to grow, and so that you can really go and focus on your life. So if you really focus on your life, and if you really deal with life in a better way, you're going to find different ways of talking, and you're going to find different ways of saying something, and you're going to really enjoy life. I mean, life is to be enjoyed. I mean, do you understand? I mean, it's much more about helping yourself to understand how to live life every single day, and making sure that you're always corresponding to a better way of life, but making sure that you're really focusing on the nice and beautiful architecture of moving your eyes while you're talking. Because when you move your eyes like this, for example, I mean, what happens is the thoughts are going to help you to understand much more, and you have to understand that thoughts come to you really quickly when you're moving your eyes much more. And you must understand it's much more about living life to the fullest, but making sure that you're using your brain, and you're using your mind, and you're using your mindset, and you're using your positivity, and you're using your being, and you're using your mastering your emotions at the same time, and you're using your emotions and feelings all at the same time to make sure that you're living life to the best of your degree. So make sure every single day that if you want to help yourself to understand something, that it's much more about having communication all day long, and making sure that you're always communicating to other people, and making sure that you're reaching out for other people every single day, that you always wish people a Merry Christmas and wish people Happy New Year every single day. And make sure every single day you must understand that no matter what, that you have to wish people a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year on those days that happen in terms of life. And you must understand that if it's, for example, Christmas Eve, then wish people Merry Christmas on Christmas Day, and also wish people Happy New Year on Happy New Year's Day. And make sure every single day that if it's the Happy New Year, for example, if it's the New Year, for example, make sure that you wish people Happy New Year, because that's going to help you to understand, to communicate with other people, is what I'm saying. So if you want to help yourself to grow, you have to understand it's much more about living life to the fullest, and making sure every single day you're delivering content of some kind. So you help yourself to understand that it's much more about freelancing, and understanding that you have to really focus on a better life for yourself, and you have to understand to deal with life in a better way so that you can focus on your life, and so you can really understand that it's much more about growing yourself in the moment, guys. And every single day you're making sure that you're delivering something of quality. I mean, you understand? I mean, you have to be delivering quality content every single day, and making sure every single day that you are consistent on YouTube, and you're consistent every single day doing videos for yourself, and making sure every single day that people are helped by you, and that you understand that that you understand every single day how to be inspirational. Is very nice for you to understand every single day how to live life like that. So every single day you're learning how to understand how to grow, and you're making sure every single day that you're loving your life every single day to the best of your degree, but making sure that you're focusing on a greater way of life, to make sure every single day of your life is a nice and beautiful fashion every single day, and that you always bring a fashion show to your life, and making sure that you're always fashionable, and making sure you have the newest clothes, making sure every single day you have the newest car, I mean, you have the newest house, for example. So make sure every single day you're doing something to make money, so that you understand that you need to have a greater way of life for yourself. So every single day that if you want to do something to help yourself to correspond to a better way, then you have to have a greater mindset every single day. You have to focus on helping yourself to understand that, and you have to understand every single day it's much more about helping yourself to understand that if you want to build memory, for example, then you have to understand to be sober, because being sober helps you to have a great memory. And you have to understand every single day that if you want to help yourself to understand much more about life and doing a greater way of life, you have to understand it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So focus on your life, and focus on something to really deliver every single day for yourself, so you understand that it's much more that you really grow, and every single day you're really learning and you're growing at the same time. So you really have to really benefit people at the same time, and you have to understand that it's much more about being a person of value for yourself, and you have to really talk it out for yourself, and you have to really do something that's really interesting for yourself every single day. So if you really focus on yourself, and if you really want to deliver a greater type of video, or really you want to help yourself to focus on a greater fashion for yourself, or you want to help yourself to have the newest technology, then you have to really do whatever it takes to get it. And you have to set goals, guys, and you must understand that you have to really help yourself to benefit yourself in the long run. So every single day of your life, you're really looking for a better way, and you're making sure every single day that you have a great attitude for yourself every single day. So make sure you're focusing on a nice and beautiful attitude for yourself, so that you actually grow. And so make sure every single day that you're helping yourself to understand much more about life, so that you can understand how to grow. Because you have to understand how to really pressure yourself into growth every single day, and you must understand that growth is intentional. So you have to really push yourself to grow, and you have to understand to push yourself to read the best quality content out there, and you must understand to really communicate and learn to read much more, so you actually get smarter throughout life. Because every single day of your life, you must understand that it's really nice and beautiful to be able to approach a beautiful woman or man, to really talk to them and to speak to them, and to make sure that they are your wife or husband in terms of life. So make sure, if you want to help yourself to understand that if you really want a beautiful woman or man, then you have to have beautiful qualities in life, and you have to understand every single day that you have to really deliver content every single day. So make sure you're always delivering content and making sure that you're believing in yourself every single day. Because you have to understand, I believe in myself so much every single day that I do whatever it takes to succeed. And I make sure every single day I'm always at my best version every single day. I'm always focusing on a great way of life, because what's important to me is always delivering content and always delivering something of value. I have to deliver something of value because I have no cancer, I have no heart attack, I have a greater way of life. I'll always deliver something that's really beneficial for myself, so I can grow. And I have to really focus on something that's really nice and beautiful for myself. So if you really want to really think fast, then move your eyes. I mean, move your eyes while you talk, and that way you have much more thoughts coming to you, and you have a better way of dealing with life like that. So what you really want to help yourself to do in life is every single day you're always thinking in the moment, and you understand that when you move your eyes, for example, when you're moving your eyes, I mean, what happens is you're much more aware. I mean, they're saying you're much more aware when you're moving your eyes, and when you're moving your eyes, you're using your eyes. So make sure you use your eyes and use your body and use your mind and use everything about you to succeed. I mean, every single day, make sure that you're learning how to grow. I mean, you have to understand that fingers talk, for example. So I'm using my fingers to really pronounce myself in a better way, to understand how to grow, because my life is nice and successful every single day because I'm always succeeding, and I'm always looking for better ways of dealing with my life. I'm making sure that I'm doing something that's really beneficial for myself every single day, and I'm making sure that I'm learning how to grow for myself, and I'm doing something every single day to make sure that I'm learning how to grow. Because I have to grow myself, because every single day I grow, I find different ways and strategies to understand life much more, and I find different techniques and strategies to succeed. So that's the whole point, guys, of making sure that you're delivering something that's really helpful for yourself every single day, that you're understanding much more about how to communicate to people, and that you're really focusing on a greater way of life for yourself. Because you have to understand how to have a conversation with people, and you have to understand how to communicate. Because if you don't learn how to communicate, then that is poor habits. And you have to understand anything that doesn't communicate is dead. So you must understand that you have to really communicate every single day, and you have to learn the art of communication, because that's how you quit drugs, and that's how you get to a better stage in life. Because you have to understand that Jesus Christ himself has great communicational skills, and so do you have to have great communicational skills for yourself. And you have to learn how to really deliver content. So make sure you understand that you have to really every single day be very consistent on YouTube, and make sure every single day you understand that for the past 28 days I've had 375 views on my channel in terms of YouTube. And I understand that really what's important for me is every single day understanding that my nice and beautiful YouTube channel is really building up now, and I'm understanding that I'm really growing and I'm being consistent, and that's why I'm always delivering content at some point. And I'm understanding that if I really keep going, and if I really believe in myself, I'm going to do whatever it takes every single day to understand that. And I'm understanding every single day that no matter what, I really understand that if I really grow, I'm understanding that's the whole point. And every single day I'm understanding that if I really do something to succeed, I'm understanding that's why I'm benefiting myself in the long run, because I'm helping you. And because I'm helping you, I'm always understanding how to grow. And that's the whole point, guys. So if you really understand how to grow, you have to understand how to communicate, and you have to understand every single day you're always learning how to really deliver content for yourself, because you have to really be curious about yourself, and you have to really find different ways and different skills and different techniques every single day to talk and to really become much more courageous for yourself. So you really speak out anything that's really good for you, and every single day you understand that no matter what, that something in your life must be successful. So make sure you understand that you are successful to some degree. So you have to understand that you're also happy to some degree at the moment. So make sure you count your blessings and make sure that you're grateful. But it's always the same story in every single different way. And you must understand that I'm always speaking about the same thing in a different way. And I'm always making sure every single day I'm learning how to grow myself. I'm doing something different every single day. I'm learning from my beautiful life every single day is something different. I'm teaching you a way of life. I'm teaching you the attitude that I have every single day. And I'm making sure I'm learning how to grow myself in the process of life. But you have to understand Grant Cardone, for example. And Grant Cardone is my mentor, and he is somebody who's a billionaire. And you have to understand that he has a helicopter, and he has 2 helicopters. And he has also a jet, and he has a flying jet. So make sure you understand to go and really approach Grant Cardone and go and read his books, and go and really understand to use his university as well to benefit your life. Because you have to understand every single day that when I grow, every single day I'm always learning from Grant Cardone, I'm learning from Jim Rohn, I'm learning from Zig Ziglar, I'm learning from all these nice and beautiful people how to live life. And you must understand I'm always learning how to have a greater attitude for myself. So you must understand that if you really want to do better, I promise you, you have to will yourself to do it. And you have to understand, you have to really want to do it. I mean, you have to be really curious about yourself. You have to really focus on studying and making sure every single day that you're really doing something that's really beneficial for yourself. So if you're really curious about life, and if you really want more energy, and if you really want to do something, you become a vegan, and you make sure every single day that you're doing something positive for yourself every single day. And you make sure every single day that no matter what, that you're always learning how to really deliver content for yourself. And you're making sure that every single day of your life, you're making sure that you're positive with your mindset, and making sure that you're looking good for yourself. So I hope that you guys like my new hairstyle, for example. So if I made myself a head cut, for example. So I understand that what's important for myself, and I understand that every single day that if I really do something in my life, I make sure every single day I move on from the equation, and I really deliver something new for myself so that I can grow. So every single day I'm really learning from myself. I'm making sure that you guys understand how to really live life every single day. So every single day I'm a life coach, and I'm teaching people life. But you have to understand that Grant Cardone himself said that he's not a life coach, for example. So you must understand that he's a sales coach, and he teaches you about sales. So make sure you understand how to sell yourself, and make sure you learn from Grant Cardone about how to sell yourself. But you must understand I'm also delivering the same quality and skills, and making sure every single day you must understand how to sell yourself in a beautiful manner every single day. So you have to understand that if you really want to help yourself to understand something about life, you have to understand that it's really about growing yourself and making sure that you're becoming the best version of yourself. Is all about sales. And you must understand every single day that if you really want something out of life, then you'll do whatever it takes to succeed, and you make sure every single day that you're really helping yourself to thrive. I mean, you have to be thriving, and you have to be really delivering content in some regard. And you have to understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So you have to do whatever it takes to do that for yourself. So make sure every single day you must understand that if you really want to benefit yourself in the long run, you have to really talk it up, and you have to understand to live your talk every single day, so you become integrity. And you must understand that if you really do something to succeed every single day, you understand every single day your core values, and making sure that you're writing your core values every single day, and making sure you're staying consistent on that, and making sure that you're writing your goals every single day, and making sure that you understand about what to do about every single situation, and making sure you understand to teach people every single day about what you really do about life. But make sure they understand that you never get angry, and make sure I'm always never angry for myself, so that I can help myself to understand much more about life, and so I can deliver content. But I'm understanding that if you really want to help yourself to do something, then you'll go for a walk, and you'll make sure every single day you go and look good for yourself, and you'll make sure that you understand that life expects you to look good. And you must understand every single day to really understand that you must understand that life expects you to do something, and life never expects you to do anything at the same time. But you must understand every single day you must be contradictory about life. And you must understand that if you're really contradictory about something, then you'll say something and you'll do it. and you make sure every single day you must understand that no matter what happens about life, you look at life in different ways, and you look at life in different angles, and you make sure every single day that you're really corresponding to a better way of life for yourself, so that you can grow yourself, and so that you can really understand how to really help yourself to understand much more about life. So if you really want to deliver content, and if you really want to help yourself to do something that's strategizing through life, then then you understand that it's really about delivering something that's really quality every single day, and making sure that you're really spiritual about the fact that you're understanding about life. So make sure you're using your being, make sure you're using everything about you every single day to understand that you have to really grow yourself, and you have to really embark on a spiritual journey with yourself every single day, to understand that it's really about living life to the fullest every single day so you can grow yourself. So make sure you understand that no matter what happens in your life, make sure you be strong, and make sure every single day that you be valuable every single day. So you understand that people want value, and people want people who can communicate. And you have to understand that if you really can communicate, you can do anything, I promise you. So every single day you must understand, if you want to manifest your dreams, you have to be smart, and you have to understand to do smart work every single day. And you must understand to never do hard work. And make sure you understand every single day you must understand to leave a legacy behind, because you understand that every single day that no matter what, you must understand to leave something behind that's really your footprint, so you can understand how to grow, and so you can really understand how to really live life. So every single day you're looking for a better action, and you're looking for better steps every single day, and you're making sure that you're doing something that's really positive for yourself so you can grow, and you're making sure every single day you're doing something that's really beneficial. So you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to understand something, you must understand how to read, and you must understand how to grow from what you read, and you must understand how to take action every single day. But make sure every single day you must do what you say, and you must understand that if you really do what's said in life, you must understand that you have to understand it's really about you, and you must understand it's much more about helping yourself to love yourself every single day. So make sure you understand that you have to go through life really simply, and you have to really enjoy yourself every single day. And you must understand that you really have to really deliver content at the best degree every single day. And you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to grow in the best kind of manner forward, then you have to understand that it's much more about reading much more books, and making sure that you're much more spiritual, and making sure that you're helping yourself to become aware. And you have to become aware about life, and you have to really learn how to deal with stress. And you must understand to deal with yourself and deal with your life in better ways. You have to really cope much better for yourself. You must understand how to learn and grow, and make sure every single day that you seek help every single day. And every single day I'm always seeking help, guys. I'm always seeking help in self-help books, and I'm always self-educating myself about life. I'm always learning from the best. In a sense, so I have to learn something. I have to learn from the Bible. I have to learn from Jesus Christ every single day. I have to really pronounce myself every single day in a better degree. I have to make sure every single day I'm doing something that's helping me move forward, because I understand that when I move forward, I'm learning very quickly about life. I'm making sure that I'm learning how to succeed, and I'm making sure that I'm doing something that's really helped me. That's helping me grow, because when I grow myself, I'm happier. I'm happier when I'm growing. I'm happier when I'm experiencing life much more. And you have to understand that if you really experience life much more, you'll find different ways of different thinking. And you must understand that when you're thinking, you're looking at being, and you're making sure that you're looking to be, and you're making sure that if you really look to be, you must understand that's how you quit drugs. And you must understand that you have to be, and you have to understand every single day that really every single day you must understand that when you really do something to succeed, and when you really being in life, you're actually looking to master your emotions, and you're making sure every single day you're looking to find successes every single day in different ways. And you're making sure every single day that you're really feeling your thinking every single day, and you're understanding every single day how to grow much more, because you understand yourself in much better ways. So you must understand that every single day that if you really want to deliver content, and if you really want to help yourself to deliver life qualities every single day, then you have to understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest, and making sure that you're really special. And you have to be special, and you have to understand every single day you have to do life in a better direction, because I understand that I have no cancer, I have no diseases, and that's why I'm really growing myself. And that's why you guys have to understand how to be the same as like that. And you must understand every single day, you must understand that if you really grow, I promise you the whole point every single day is really learning how to achieve a greater way of life for yourself, because you have to understand that life is about contradiction, and you must understand that if you really help yourself to understand something about life, you have to really grow from it, and you have to understand how to grow, and you have to really learn how to grow for yourself, and you have to learn how to use your feelings, and you have to understand every single day how to understand your life, because you have to understand how to grow. I'm understanding that if you really want something out of your life, and if you really want to achieve a greater life every single day, you must understand really yourself every single day, and you must understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So you're really performing to the best of your ability every single day, and you're making sure every single day that you're learning something new for yourself, and you're making sure that you're understanding life to the fullest every single day. So make sure you understand that if you really want to succeed every single day, you're just looking for better ways of thinking, and you're just making sure every single day you're doing something new, because that's the whole point. I see, guys, so every single day make sure that you're really positive, and making sure every single day that you're doing something that's really beneficial for yourself, because you want to grow, and you make sure every single day that if you really want to grow, you're going to really find different skills and different ways to understand something. So if you really want to quit something, then you really do what you need to do to succeed. But that's how simple it is, guys. And you must understand that if you really do something every single day to succeed, you're really going to find different ways of being, and you're going to find different ways of saying something, and you're going to make sure every single day that you have whatever it takes to succeed, so that you focus on a better life for yourself. So make sure every single day that you're doing something that's really beneficial for yourself every single day, so that you understand how to grow, because you have to understand that what's important is growth, and making sure every single day that you're really delivering content, and making sure every single day that you're doing something that's really successful for yourself. So if you want to do a better life for yourself, and if you really want to help yourself to grow, then you read, and you make sure that you have to understand much more about life, and you have to, you have to deliver life much greater, and you have to understand that you have to do something much more every single day to really live a life that's really much greater for you, because that's the only, that's the only achievement, and making sure every single day that you're really focusing on a greater life for yourself, so you can understand life. See, guys, so what does it mean to be? To be or not to be, as Shakespeare said. You have to understand that if when you're a being, you're actually in your feelings, and you're actually talking it up every single day, and you're making sure that you're communicating in a better way. So if you want to be in life, you have to be in your emotions, and you have to be someone much more greater than you are every single day, so that you can understand much more of life. So every single day, I'm always a being, because I'm always in my emotions, and then because I'm in my emotions, I'm feeling my way through life, and I'm making sure every single day that I have something to say, and that I have something to do for my life to succeed. So you must understand that every single day of your life, you have to be someone who actually understands how to be in your life. So if you're bored throughout life, if you're bored through life, make sure you're doing your passions, and do something that you're passionate about, and make sure that you keep going and thriving in that passion of yours every single day, so that you can actually understand how to become much greater for yourself. So every single day when I'm in my being, I'm actually learning how to be in the process of life, and I'm learning how to understand that if I'm going through hell, I have to keep going, and I have to make sure every single day that I'm never going through hell, and that I'm always in my feelings, and making sure that I'm feeling my way through life, because you have to understand to connect to the source of emotions in your heart right now. You have to be in your heart, and you have to actually always deliver content that's actually going to help people, because that way you actually help yourself to grow. So you have to understand that if you're really a being, you're going to understand much more of life, and you're going to be present and in the moment with your emotions, and you're going to understand that you're able to actually quit any kind of drugs by being present and in the moment. So the more you're present and in the moment, the more you're actually wise to actually quit drugs, and the more wise you are to actually live life. So you must understand that if you want to be a being through life, you have to understand that you have to be in your emotions, and you have to feel your way through life. And you have to understand that you have to lift your emotions while speaking and while talking to people, but you have to understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So you have to understand that it's much more about living in a potential of ways that's going to help you grow. So you have to understand that if you really want to help yourself to succeed, you have to understand to never give up, and to keep going every single day, and to really manifest yourself and your dreams much more better, so that you can understand much more of life. So it's much more about understanding that people out there are going to do better than you, and you have to understand that you have to learn from those people, and you have to see what they're doing, and you have to apply it to your life. And you have to understand that you have to build an audience, and you have to build a following for yourself every single day. And you have to understand that it's much more about living life in the moment. I'm understanding that if you're living life in the moment, you're going to understand the Tao Te Ching, and you're going to understand that it's much more about being through life. And you have to understand that if you really want to be through life, you have to understand that it's much more able that you understand that you live in your emotions every single day, and that you overcome situations and barriers through being. And you have to understand that being is another word for being present in the moment. And you have to understand it's just to be. I mean, this video is just the way it is. And you have to understand that life is the way it is. And you have to understand that if you really grow from it, that you can always learn from it, and you can always learn something new from every single situation. So what you're actually planning to do every single day of your life is look at your addictions and look to see exactly what you need to quit today and what you need to quit doing in your life, so that you can actually become a being that's much greater than yesterday. So you have to understand that if you want to help yourself to succeed, you have to find strength in yourself right now, and you have to understand that you do have strength to some capacity, you do have energy levels to some capacity, and you have to be able to distinguish from right and wrong. And you have to understand that nothing is right or wrong ever in this life, because life is always the yin and yang, and life is always the opposite of what you say. And you must understand that if you say something, you have to do it. And you have to understand it's much more about integrity today. So when you're actually focusing on a greater way of life, you're actually looking to be, and that's it. I promise you, just looking to be. And you're just looking to be a being of life who's actually experiencing life to the fullest every single day, while also meditative. Every single day of your life, you have to be meditating in a way of conformity, to be able to understand that you have to deliver information every single day, to actually find spontaneous ways of thinking every single day, so that you can actually live your life. So it's much more about living in the present moment every single day of your life, and being able to be present with yourself, to be able to talk and to be able to actually find the necessary skills to give people every single day in different ways, and making sure all the time that you're always the best you can be. Because you have to understand that if you are at your best performance every single day, then you're going to live a long life, and you're going to be able to understand much more of life itself. So you have to understand that each and every single video I do for you, I understand that I'm getting greater and greater in terms of my legacy, and I'm making sure I'm leaving a legacy behind, and I'm making sure that I'm doing something that's spontaneous every single day, and I'm doing something that I'm passionate about. But I'm understanding that if I really coach you about something, I'm understanding that I'm doing what I coach you about, and I'm making sure that I'm looking at doing a greater job always with a service of greatness, so that I can actually live my life to the fullest. So you have to understand that nobody's going to promote you like you are going to promote yourself. And you have to understand that you have to promote yourself, and you have to become the best version of yourself every single day. So make sure all the time that you're doing something around social media to keep yourself occupied, and to be making sure that you're always living your life to the fullest every single day. Because if you want to be in life, then you have to understand to live to the fullest every single day, and you have to take yourself out sometimes, and you have to really enjoy your life in the fullest of your dreams. So make sure every single day that you write more goals down, and you have more reasons to achieve your goals every single day, while also planning your life in a nice and beautiful journal, and making sure every single day of your life that you're really doing something that's spontaneity, and that you're really focusing on a greater way of life for yourself. But you have to focus on your dreams every single day, and you have to focus on making sure that you have a nice and beautiful life for yourself. So if you want to actually become much greater for yourself, then you have to be a being, and you have to understand how to live in your emotions, and you have to understand to control the mind through your emotions. And you have to understand that your emotions is going to say one thing, but your mind is going to say another thing. And you have to understand that when I talk about the mind, I talk about the brain. And you have to understand that the brain always wants dopamine, and you must understand that the body always wants you to do better. And you must understand that you are not your body, and you are not your mind, and you are not of this world. You are actually from a different world from us, in terms of from this world. So make sure you understand that we are from a different world, and you must understand that this world is just a test. And you have to understand that you're always testing yourself every single day, the spiritual factors of life. And you have to understand that if you want to understand the Tao Te Ching, you have to understand that the Tao is something that you can name, and you can never name it at the same time. And you must understand it's something contradictory, and it's also not contradictory. I mean, you understand? So make sure you understand that something that is beyond us is the Tao Te Ching, and it's something that's really that you understand that it's focusing on a greater way of life. And you have to understand that if you really want to help yourself to succeed, you have to focus on your inner demons, and you have to understand that you have to focus on the inside world, and you have to understand to accomplish a greater way of life every single day, and you have to take yourself out in a better way all the time. I mean, so make sure you understand that every single day of my life, I'm always looking to understand much more of life. I'm looking to lift my emotions while I'm speaking. I'm looking to understand much more about life all the time. But I'm actually always talking in a camera as much as I can so that I can live my life to the fullest, and so I can do something productive, and so I can help myself to move forward. So every single day I'm always looking to help myself to understand much more about life, and I'm making sure every single day of my life I'm looking to do a greater job for myself, because that's the whole point of life, guys. And it's the whole point of making sure that you recommend something in terms of advice to people every single day, and you make sure you always staying consistent on YouTube and staying consistent with life, where you can actually perform in the greatest way you can every single day while talking on the camera, and while also just always delivering something that's really, really beneficial to people. Is going to help you to understand how to benefit yourself in the long run, and it's going to help you every single day to understand much more about how to live life. So if you want to live life to the greatest potential of your being, then you have to live in the emotions, and you have to live in your feelings, and you have to let your feelings do the talking, and you have to understand every single day that, well, you have to do what you feel like doing. You understand? So if you feel like doing something that's going to help you grow, you have to understand that's the best way of life, and it's the best way of actually looking at life every single day. So you have to understand that if you really want to do something great today, then all you have to do is more content, and you have to understand you have to give people knowledge and advice every single day of your life. You have to be able to go and do a YouTube video, and you have to be able to do writing materials every single day, and you have to focus on making sure every single day that you're much more spiritual about life. So read more spiritual articles and reading more spiritual books, and making sure you're reading much more about life every single day, but also investing money into books every single day to make sure that you get smarter so you can understand your wisdom. And you have to understand every single day to stay disciplined much more often, to understand to delay gratification as much as possible is going to help you to live a long life. So all you're looking to do is to live a long life, and making sure every single day that people have what they deserve every single day. So make sure you accept what happens to you in your life, and accept your demons, and accept everything that's going on in your life right now, so that you can move forward. And you have to understand that when you're moving forward, you're looking for a better way of dealing with life all the time. So you have to understand that if you really want to grow yourself, you have to accept your way through life, and you have to understand to feel your way through life all the time. So when I feel my way through life, I'm actually always talking through my feelings, and I'm feeling my way through life every single day. And I'm making sure every single day I'm always learning how to grow myself, and I'm always making sure that I have that nice and beautiful way of life, because that's the whole point of life. I mean, the whole point is really, really delivering content to people every single day, so that you can understand that it's much more about helping yourself to grow. So when you're helping yourself grow, making sure that every single day that you're speaking your words, and that you're doing what you are saying every single day, that you're in alignment with what you say. And that way you're going to have integrity in your life, and you're going to be a healthy person this way. And you're going to understand that it's much more about helping people to grow these days. So you have to understand that what you do to grow people is you have to give advice, and you have to give people skills and knowledge every single day moving forward. And you have to understand that it's much more about helping people to understand much more of life every single day. So you have to understand that if you really want to help yourself to grow every single day, then you have to find yourself in your emotions, and you have to live from your emotions every single day, and you have to feel your way through life. Because when you feel your way through life, you're going to find that you're much happier through the feelings of your life, and you're going to help yourself to understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So you're looking at focusing on a greater way of life for yourself every single day, and you're making sure that you're doing something positive for yourself, and that you're always positive in your mindset, and that you're doing and observing your mind in a better way. So you're making sure that you're the observer of your mind, and you're the observer of your thoughts, and you're making sure that you understand much more about how to live life every single day. So make sure every single day that you are always delivering content in the best way possible, and doing something that's helping you grow, but you're finding ways and skills to actually grow yourself in the moment. So if you're actually growing yourself in the moment, you're actually doing something that's positive, and you're actually helping people to understand much more about information every single day, because that's how you actually do leadership, and leadership skills breeds happiness. So make sure you understand that if you're happy today, you have to understand that you have to have more happiness every single day, and you have to understand to be enough in your life. And you have to understand that if you're just enough in life, you're going to have much more than enough every single time. To understand that you have to live enough, and you have to understand to eat enough, and to sleep enough, and to make sure that you're doing everything enough So they understand that you're following Jesus Christ's rules every single day, and they're doing something that's actually beneficial for yourself to grow. But you have to put yourself first, and you have to focus on your inner demons, and you have to focus on the inside of your world to actually understand how spiritual you are. Because when you turn inward, and when you go inside of yourself, you're going to find your emotions, and you're going to find your body, and you're going to find who you are by living inside of yourself every single day. So when you're going inside, you're looking for ways and techniques to grow, and you're making sure every single day that you're reading as much as you can every single day to make sure that you're beneficial for yourself every single day, so that you can help yourself to understand much more of life, so that you understand that you're living here and that you're breathing because you actually are doing something right now to do that for yourself, and you're making sure that you're understanding that the more you breathe throughout life, the better you are, and making sure that you're understanding that no matter what happens in your life, that you accept what comes in your life. So make sure you accept the present moment as it is, and making sure that you're moving forward with the situation at hand, so that you understand that it's much more about leaving a great legacy for yourself, and doing something around YouTube and social media every single day is going to help you to succeed. So make sure you understand that no matter what happens in life, that you keep an optimistic mindset about everything that's happened to you so far, and live with no regrets. So make sure you understand to never regret anything that you've done so far, but make sure you're moving forward with life, and making sure that you're doing your best job every single day is what we're here to do. And you have to understand to always have a service for people. I mean, make sure you have service that you're giving every single day, a service to people every single day, and that you're doing something that you're passionate about every single day, so that you can help yourself to grow. So if you want to become much more spiritual, guys, you have to understand that it's much more about being in your feelings every single day, and making sure that you're choosing the best decisions for yourself every single day, that you're always delivering content that's helping people to understand much more about life, because you're here to understand, to experience life in a greater way. So you have to understand that if you want to experience life in a greater way, you have to do a life that's much greater than yourself right now, and you have to understand that you have to look at something bigger, and you have to understand to look at the bigger picture about life, and you have to understand to be the bigger picture all the time, and make sure all the time that you're always looking at the small details of life, and making sure that you're always pronouncing yourself in a better way. So make sure you're always delivering that nice and beautiful service of God every single day in your life, and doing something that's actually helping you grow is going to help you to become much more happy, and it's going to help you to understand much more of confidence and inner being. So if you're looking in yourself right now, you have to understand that you're going to find peace within you, and you're going to find bliss and peacefulness, and making sure you understand that you're going to find abundance and richness right now in your life, that you have already in your life richness, and you already have abundance, and you already have what you need right now to succeed, because your inner world is how you have to understand life. And you have to understand that the outside world is a reflection of your inside world. So whatever's happening in your inside world is a reflection of your outer world. So you must understand that if you want to achieve a greater life, you have to be ready for it, and you have to prepare for it, and you have to understand that you have to be preparing yourself through life every single day, and every single moment you're always preparing yourself for what's to come, because there's something greater happening in your life right now, and there's a miracle happening in your life right now, and God is always in your life, and God is always listening to you right now. So you have to understand that you're never alone, because God's always with you, and you must understand that you have to always perform at your best, and you have to do every single day something that's actually going to help you grow. So you have to understand that when you're lifting your emotions, you're going to be happier throughout the process, but when you actually got nothing to do, make sure that you're in your emotions, and making sure that you're living life to the fullest every single day, and making sure that you're doing something that's helping you grow. So always consistently try to grow yourself, and consistently try to read books. So right now I'm reading Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, Change Your Life, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. And it's by Dr. Wayne Dyer. And I'm understanding that he talks about the Tao Te Ching, and that the Tao Te Ching is something that you can never explain, and it's the Tao, and something that you can never name, and something that it's the way, and it's also not the way. And you have to understand that it's at the same time the way and not the way. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that it's something that's much more peaceful every single day. So you must understand the Tao Te Ching, and the Tao explains that if you really, really go one way, you have to understand to go another way. And you have to understand that once you go another way, that there's always a different road, and there's always a different way to talk about something, and there's always some type of way to really say something and to say nothing at the same time. So you must understand that the contradiction of life is that life is a happy story, and life is also a sad story at the same time. And you must understand that no matter what, that if you really, really understand yourself right now, you must understand that you have to be a being, and you have to really, really enjoy life in the process. And you have to understand that you have to enjoy the journey of life. So life is full of roller coasters, and you have to understand that you have to go up and you have to go down. And you have to understand that no matter what, you have to experience life when you're going down, and you have to experience life going up. And you have to understand that your feelings are always going up, and you have to understand every single day that your feelings are always telling you what to do in the moment. And you have to understand how to become the best version of yourself, and you have to understand your limits, and you have to understand what you're doing about life every single day. So if you really, really live in the brain, put your attention on the body and put your attention on your feelings much more than the brain. And make sure you understand that it's much more about living present and in the moment than it is living in the future and living yesterday. So make sure you understand that yesterday was in the past, and make sure you learn from the past, but make sure you understand that you set goals for the future, but live in the moment. So when you're living in the moment, you're actually able to overcome any situation, and you're able to understand that you always overcome situations one by one. And you must understand every single day you're always overcoming everything in terms of temptation one by one, and one thought by one thought. And you must understand that it's much more about living life, overcoming challenges, which are different ways to say that you're overcoming your thoughts, and you're overcoming the being you are every single day, and you're just overcoming this life, and you're making sure that you understand that it's about living a long life for yourself, but making sure that you're doing as much work as possible every single day, that you're actually living life to the fullest all the time. Because you have to understand that you have to expand your body, and you have to expand who you are every single day. So the more you expand who you are every single day, the more you're actually going to understand about life, and the more free you're going to be. So it's about creating feng shui in your life, and creating the nice and beautiful yin yang in your life, and understanding that every single day that you have to understand that opposites attract, and that different life forms and different formats of life are going to come to you, and you have to receive it, and you have to receive a greater way of life. So you must understand that God only gives you what you're preparing for. So whatever you prepare for is what God has given you. So whatever you have today is because of God. And you must understand that you have to be grateful for what you have, and you have to understand that whatever you have right now is because of God. And you must understand every single day that you have to understand every single day of your life that you have to be prepared for what's to come. So you have to understand that every single day you have to live your life living in the moments, and you have to understand that when you live in the moment, you're going to find different ways of saying something and different ways of doing something. So you're going to understand how to help people, and you're going to do something about it every single day, and you're making sure every single day that you're just present and in the moment with your breath, and always coming back to the breathing, and making sure that you're living in the emotions is going to help you far more than living in the brain. So make sure every single day that you're living in the body, and that you're embodying yourself in a greater way, but making sure that you're becoming much more spiritual, which is becoming much more present and in the moment. So you must understand that before life happened, you must understand that God was here, and God said the world must have light, and the world must have night, and the world must have everything that is good in the world. And you must understand everything in the world is good, and you must understand that if you really, really enjoy yourself right now, you're really, really in the feelings of life, and you're really enjoying this nice and beautiful audio program because you're in the feelings, and you're actually enjoying yourself because you're learning something that is really, really helping you to grow in different ways, and you're understanding much more about life because you're still reading, and you're still learning, and you're still curious about different situations and different thought forms, and making sure every single day you understand much more about life because you understand how to actually grow. So you must understand that when you grow, you're actually looking for different ways of saying something, and you're looking for different ways of actually being, and you're making sure that you're understanding how to actually lift yourself from a situation. And that's how you actually grow, because you have to understand that when you grow yourself, you have to understand that life is get back up, and make sure you understand how to never give up, and making sure that you're always understanding how to actually grow yourself in the process, which is helping you grow right now. So if you want to understand how to live life much more fully, you can overcome much more of anything that you want to overcome by being in the feelings. And you have to understand that if you really want to quit, then you'll quit. And if you really want to stay quit, you can always really, really do that for yourself. If you really, really understand how to live life, and if you really, really understand how to be a being throughout life, then you have to understand it's much more about living your life in the fullest manner, and making sure that you're living in the heart, and making sure you understand that your heart is the body. And you must understand that no matter what happens to you right now, that you're always living fully in the moment so you can actually grow. So make sure every single day that you're always learning how to actually live life, and making sure that you're always learning how to actually perform in a greater way. So you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to grow, you have to be present, and you have to understand that you have to do something today that's going to help you succeed every single day of your life. So you have to actually always grow yourself in a matter of fact every single day, and making sure every single day that you're always doing something that's actually helping you grow every single day. But you have to intentionally seek out information, and you have to always intentionally to grow yourself every single day of your life. You have to be constantly growing, and you have to be constantly doing something that's helping you grow. So find ways and techniques to help you grow, and make sure every single day you understand that no matter what, that God's always with you, and that I'm always with you here in terms of my YouTube channel. And make sure you understand that you always have support from me and God. So make sure you understand that if you really want to help yourself to succeed, then you have a positive attitude about life, and make sure every single day you're always doing something that's helping you grow, because that's the only way of life. So make sure you understand you have to intentionally grow, as John C. Maxwell says. So you have to always intentionally seek out books and seek out wisdom, and make sure you're implying everything that's being taught in your life. And make sure every single day you have ideas on the table and doing much more better of work in your life, so that you can help yourself to succeed. Because that's the whole point, guys. And the whole point is making sure that you do something greater. I see, guys, so all you're really wanting to do really is actually be in the moment, and you really want to help yourself to explain much more about life. So if you're explaining much more about life, and if you're really, really in the moment, the understanding that what you want to do out of your life every single day is actually be present and in the moment. So what you do is you come back to the emotions, and you come back to your feelings. So when you come back to your feelings, you're actually looking to actually explain yourself better, and you're looking to actually learn how to actually grow yourself in the moment. And you're looking at making sure that you're living present and in the moment, and that you always do something that's better for your health, and making sure that you understand that when you do that, you're actually focusing on a greater life in the process of life. So every single day of your life, you're looking to actually help yourself to grow, and you're making sure that you're thriving, and you're actually learning how to actually live life to the best potential that you can right now, so that you can help yourself to understand much more about how to live your life right now. So you have to understand that if you really want to help yourself to live life, you have to understand how to live present and in the moment, and you have to understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So if you want to do that, and if you want to help yourself to really, really be present, then that's going to help you to live life to the fullest, and that's going to help you to overcome situations right now, and that's going to help you to understand much more about how to actually be in the feelings. So when you're actually in the feelings, you're actually looking for better ways of dealing with life, and you're looking for something actually to say that's going to help people to grow, and that's actually helping you to grow at the same time. So make sure every single day that when you're teaching, you're rolling the footage and making sure that you're doing something spontaneous and in the moment, and you're making sure that every single day of your life that you keep consistent, and that you're doing something that's actually helping you to grow all the time. Because you have to understand that you're going to be alone through life, and you're going to understand that living alone through life is to be blessed. And you must understand it's a blessing to be living alone through life. And you have to understand that you came into this world alone, and you're going to die alone. And you must understand that every single day of your life, you're looking to just give a service and to add a service to people. And when you're actually adding a service to people, you're looking for better ways of dealing with life at the same time. And you're making sure every single day that you make sure that you're overcoming cravings for cigarettes, and you're overcoming cravings for drugs and alcohol, and you're making sure that you're doing it one step at a time, and you're doing it one thought at a time. So what you do is you come back to the body, and you embody your feelings much more than your mind, and you make sure that you understand that your mind is the brain, and you must understand that you overcome the brain by being in your emotions and by being in your feelings every single day. So you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to live a greater life, then you have to be present and in the moment with your feelings. And you have to understand how to come back to the feelings all the time to feel your thinking, as Jamie Smart says. So make sure every single day you must always be feeling your thinking to be present and in the moment. I want to say also, guys, that the feelings that you're feeling right now is always positive, and you always have a positive feeling going on. But sometimes you can have a negative feeling going on if you eat too much drinks and food. If you eat too much and drink too much of food and drinks, you may feel sick. And you must understand that it's much more how you have to delay gratification, which is going to always help you feeling good. And it's always going to help you to feel good when you're delaying gratification. So every single day, look to delay the drugs, and look to delay the feelings of sex with others, and look to understand that it's much more about overcoming situations in your life right now while also living in the present moment. So make sure you understand that you always have to be reading and you always have to be present and in the moment every single day of your life. And you have to make it a nice and beautiful meditation for yourself to be present and in the moment every single day, because that's going to help you to overcome situations and it's going to help you to accept what comes. So make sure every single day that you're in your feelings and making sure that you're learning how to grow yourself in the process, which is going to always account to a better way of life for yourself. So if you want to help yourself to grow, you have to understand how to embody your feelings, and you have to understand every single day that it's always about coming back to the feelings. And you have to understand when you come back to the feelings, you're looking at whatever's the temptation and you're making sure you're overcoming it with your feelings. And you're overcoming everything with your feelings, and you're making sure that every single day when you speak on a video camera or when you're speaking in terms of life to other people, you're in the feelings and you're actually looking at the content, or you're looking at the songs, or you're experiencing music in the feelings, and you're making sure you're always in your feelings and you're lifting up your emotions at the same time, and you're just dancing around with your feelings and you're just going with the flow. In a sense, so make sure every single day that when you understand it's about living life to the fullest, you're going to understand that the only way you can do this is to actually live in your feelings, because that's the Tao Te Ching, and that's really to become a being in life. So if you want to be spiritual about life, you have to understand that it's much more about living life in the present moment every single day, and it's much more about helping people, to teach people about spirituality and about living life to the moment. Every single day you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to grow, you have to understand to read much more wisdom every single day and make sure you're always consistently growing yourself in a better way and making sure you're making better decisions in your life, because that's going to help you to have a greater life for yourself. So every single day you're looking always to understand much more about life, and you're making sure all the time that you're doing something positive for yourself. So you have to understand that if you're really feeling up on life, you're actually lifting your emotions all the time and you're doing something that's actually helping you grow all the time, and that's how you actually live a greater life, guys. So make sure you understand that no matter what happens in your life, that you always accept the feelings that you're feeling, and always forgive other people for what they've done to you, and always make sure that you're forgiving all the time yourself, and that you always understand that once you forgive yourself, you're going to be happier, and you're going to understand that you have to keep moving on and you have to keep living life to the fullest. So make sure you understand that every single day of your life, you must always strive to make sure that you're living life the best way you can, and that way you understand much more about life. See, guys, so the only point of recommendation every single day is that you live life to the fullest, and making sure every single day that you are always succumbing to a better way of life. So make sure if you want to really do better for yourself, then you're looking for better ways of thinking, and you're making sure every single day that if you're bored and if you're down in life, make sure you go into your feelings and make sure that you understand to feel your way through life anyway. And make sure if you want to really enjoy yourself every single day, then you have to understand that whatever's happening in your life is happening for a reason, and that it's always happening for you. So you must understand that if you really want to understand, be grateful about life, and make sure every single day that you understand that if you're feeling down on life right now, then make sure you go into your feelings and try to actually understand how you live life, and try to understand your habits and what you need to do today to succeed. So make sure you understand that maybe you have to quit smoking and maybe you have to quit drugs to actually have a better life for yourself. So try to actually do life much greater for yourself anyway, and try to understand much more about how to live life in a better way. I see, guys, the only way to find love and cherishment in the moment is to be present right now. So if you're present and in the moment with yourself every single day, you're going to find the strength that you need every single day in yourself to be much more loving and to be much more caring about humanity, so that you can actually grow yourself. So the whole point is growing yourself every single day in the kindness and cherishment that you are every single day right now. You have to understand to be present and in the moment to overcome drugs and obstacles every single day. So you have to understand that if you want to really benefit yourself and other people today, you have to live present and you have to live in the moment every single day of your life. You have to be inside the feelings. You have to be inside the feelings, and you have to grow your feelings with people. So if you want to actually help yourself to grow and you want to find something to do in life, you have to understand that leadership is the way. So make sure you lead people through a better way of life every single day of your life, and make sure that you're nice and beautiful and happy every single day. I see, guys, every single day I'm always looking to help people, so you have to understand why that is. I promise you, I help people because I understand that the more I help people, the more I become much more beloved in terms of loving myself every single day. Because every single day I'm helping people to grow. You must understand that's how I really live life. And you must understand that if I live life in a nice and beautiful way, always. I'm always going to find cherishment and the present moment in the feelings. So make sure every single day that if you're really someone who wants to help people every single day, then you're going to find the strength to do so. And you have to understand that it's all within you right now. So if you want to achieve your dreams and if you want to become someone much more greater than you are, then you have to utilize social media and you have to utilize yourself every single day to be present and in the moments inside of your awareness every single day. And you have to understand to always increase your wisdom, because that's how you become powerful. I see, guys, the only way forward is to actually live life. So if you're living life today, you have to understand to live life to the fullest every single day of your life. You have to be making sure every single day that you have something to do so that you can actually benefit yourself and other people so you can grow. Because that's the whole point of life. I mean, the whole point of life is always making sure that you're doing something kind for yourself every single day, and that you're never doing drugs and alcohol, and that you're really spontaneity in the moment, and making sure that you're always present and making sure that you're always doing something to help people, because that way you're going to become the best version of yourself every single day. And it's about living your word. So you have to understand that if you're living your word today, then you are at your best version all the time, and making sure always that you're self-disciplining yourself to stay away from gratification every single day so that you can actually live up to 100 years of age. Because food and drink out there is poison. If you are taking too much of the food and drink in your life, make sure that you understand to delay gratification so you can live a better life. I see, guys, so how do I grow? I grow through making sure that I'm reading something every single day and that I'm doing content for myself so I can grow. Because the whole point of life is to be growing, and it's making sure every single day that no matter what you're doing in life, that you're always benefiting yourself in some kind of way. So you must understand that if you're planning your life, plan it in a video camera and make sure every single day that you look the best you can every single day so that you can actually grow yourself, because growing yourself is the outcome of life. And you must understand that you have to follow Jesus Christ all the time. So you must understand that if you're following Jesus Christ, I promise you that's the only way of life. So you must understand every single day, follow the 10 commandments of God and make sure that Jesus Christ is in your life all the time, so that you understand that you never lose sight of the shepherd, who is Jesus Christ, because we are all the sheep of Jesus Christ. And you must understand that we must listen to the shepherd, because we must not go astray. And you must understand to always lead yourself into a better way of life, because that's what Jesus Christ does. I see, guys, so every single day, try to actually understand yourself and try to understand what you're doing throughout life. So you must understand that every single day of my life, I'm always trying to understand more about life. I'm always trying to understand much more about people. So what I do is I communicate to people every single day. I'm trying to always see what they're up to, and I'm making sure every single day that I'm learning how to grow myself every single day with my feelings so that I can grow myself all the time. Because growing yourself is a leadership trait, and you must understand that if you lead people to greatness, I promise you're going to be great for yourself. So it's about making a legacy for yourself, and it's about making sure that every single day of your life that you're doing something that's spontaneity in your life, that you're actually always growing yourself in different outcomes and different abilities every single day. So make sure you always stay consistent on social media so you can grow yourself, and make sure every single day that you're doing something that's profound, that's going to help people grow, because that's the best way of life and that's the way you live life. I see, guys, to live life every single day is to be now. I promise you, every single day you must go and be now. I mean, be in the moments so that you can actually experience something much more fascinating. So if you have nothing to do, then make sure you understand to be present with yourself and make sure that you're enjoying yourself every single day of your life, because you have to understand that every single day of my life, I'm always enjoying myself in the present moment. I'm always making sure that I'm always present every single day, that I'm doing something that's nice and beautiful for myself every single day, and that I'm showing my talents and abilities every single day to actually grow myself. Because I know for a fact that if I grow myself, I'm making sure always to understand that is how I love myself. And every single day, that if you know something, you have to understand that you don't know either. And you must understand that you have to go and be open-minded and always leave 1% of life to improve upon. So you must understand that 99% of life is always moving forward. So make sure every single day that you move forward with the 100% of who you are every single day. I see, guys, if you want to move forward every single day, then you have to understand to go and do the best job that you can. So make sure every single day that you're talking positively on camera and that you're doing something that's actually helpful for yourself. So you must understand that if you want to really benefit people, and if you want to really do something that's actually helping people, I promise you have to do your passions, and you have to do something that you're passionate about every single day. So make sure every single day that you're growing yourself and that you're doing the best job that you can so you can actually live life, because that's how you live life. I promise you every single day, just look for a better way. I mean, look to talk better. I mean, look to have much more kindness in your life. I mean, every single day, give life advice and make sure that you're doing something on social media so that people can follow you and so that people can actually understand you. Because if you are living today, you can help people and you can also change people's lives for the better. So every single day, if people don't believe in you, believe in yourself, and make sure every single day that you believe in yourself, that you're becoming greater and greater and greater, because we need the greatest version of you. I see, guys, to become the number one solution in life, you must understand to be a solutionist. So make sure you understand that anybody who's a solution-oriented person is always looking to find solutions every single day in terms of everything. So make sure if you want to really, really build a nice and beautiful technical skill of courage, then make sure you start videoing yourself and make sure you become a videographer, and make sure every single day that you're doing something positive for yourself, where you're always delivering content and always making sure that you're doing something that's nice and beautiful for yourself to grow, because that's the only way that you can actually live life, because life is actually always growing. And you must understand that if you want to grow every single day, then you have to always live your words, and you have to understand that what you say goes, and who you are is what you say, really. And you must understand that what you think is what you become. So every single day, try to think better and try to find a better solution and try to find a better option all the time, because that's the only way that you're going to be living life to the best potential in your life. I see, guys, so if you want to do something that's nice and beautiful for yourself every single day, then treat yourself to veganism, and make sure you understand that vegan people are people who live longer than meat eaters every single day. And you must understand that it's much more kind to be a vegan than it is to be a meat eater. And you must understand why that is, because you must understand that there are billions of animals being killed for your sake. And you must understand that if you're someone who's eating meat, then you have to understand that you can contribute to the planet by being vegan much more often. And you must understand that being vegan also never contributes to killing animals. So you must understand that you can save animals every single day by being vegan, and also you can increase your life force and become 100 years of age by being vegan every single day. So if you want to become a vegan, you have to understand to do it one step at a time, and you have to understand to go and rule out all the meat out there, and make sure every single day that you understand that you always read much more about veganism and read much more books about nutrition so you can understand how to become a vegan. I see, guys, if people never believe in you, then guess what you do? I promise you, every single day, make sure you believe in yourself, because your belief in yourself is the best. And you must understand that if you have a positive mindset every single day, and if you're doing your work, and if you're doing something that you're cherishing about every single day of your life, you must understand that you have to cherish yourself, and you have to cherish something that you do. So make sure you understand that you always count your blessings and count your gratitude lessons every single day. So make sure every single day you have gratitude on the table, and make sure all the time that you're improving yourself in terms of life by giving ideas and making sure every single day that people have what they deserve in terms of ideas, and making sure that you're always helping yourself to grow your YouTube channel and your social media. So make sure you're a media person in terms of life. So make sure you understand that you have to be a social media person every single day of your life now, because times are changing and you have to understand that many people want to follow you. So make sure every single day that you're creating content so people can follow you. I see, guys, what you do if people are not following you. I promise you, if people are not following you, then you have to do a better job in terms of life anyway. And you must understand that you have to keep consistent at YouTube, and you have to keep consistent on TikTok, and you have to keep consistent on making sure that people have ideas. So make sure you understand that the more ideas you produce, the more of a life you have. And you must understand every single day that you produce more ideas, I promise you, you're going to have a better legacy in the process. And you're going to be able to do something and find something to do every single day of your life. So you're always looking for a better way, and you're always looking to help people in some type of fashion. So make sure every single day of your life that you're always uploading much more content into social media today, so that you can help yourself benefit people, and so that you can help yourself to benefit yourself, so you can actually grow. Because the whole point of life is growing, and you have to understand that you have to be consistent at growing every single day so you can lead, and so you can understand much more of life. Because that's the only point of recommendation, and you must understand every single day to always recommend more so you do better. See, guys, if you want to ever do something, then you have to do yourself, and you have to do yourself a nice and beautiful attitude every single day. And you have to understand every single day of your life, you're always making sure that you need to be positive in your life so you can actually understand life. So when I have nothing to do, I try to do my actual passions all the time. I try to actually always consist of doing something that's actually going to help me grow, because what helps me grow is my passions. And I make sure every single day I'm always doing live coaching videos every single day so I can actually grow my account, and so I can go and develop myself every single day in terms of my skills, in terms of my public speaking and my ability every single day to grow. Because if you want to grow yourself, you have to understand that the best way of life is always growing yourself, and it's always making sure you delay gratification so you can actually help yourself to understand much more about life. So if you want to understand something about life, you have to understand yourself first, and you have to understand to be who you are in a better way, and you have to understand that's the best version of yourself. So make sure you understand every single day to become the best version of yourself so you can help people. I see, guys, every single day you must understand that the mindset you have must be positive, and you must have a positive mindset all the time. And you must understand that if you really, really want to encourage yourself to grow, then you will. And you must understand you must always make sure that you're encouraging yourself to grow all the time, so you actually have much more potential in yourself every single day to actually live life, so you can actually grow yourself. Because the whole point of life is making sure that you can grow yourself to the best version of yourself all the time, so you can actually be disciplining yourself all the time in the best way possible, so you can understand life much greater. So if you want to understand anything about life, make sure you're growing, and make sure that you're doing some work for yourself, and that you're doing something that's actually profound, that's going to help you grow the most, and making sure all the time that you understand that when you're growing, you're going to become happier in the process, and you're going to experience much more of life. Because the whole point of life is to experience life much more. So you understand now that you have to understand to grow yourself the best way you can, and every single day read more so you can understand much more of life. I see, guys, so if you want to do anything to improve yourself every single day, then make sure you're doing some art and contents every single day. So make sure you're painting, or you're doing some life coaching, or you're doing some music every single day, and you're doing something for nothing. So make sure you understand that you're doing it for freedom, and making sure that you understand that eventually you have to perform in front of people, and you have to do something in front of people so you can actually grow your account, and so you can gain more followers and more people following you. So you understand every single day that you do something that's actually positive for yourself. So you understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So you understand that it's much more about having an attitude of gratitude all the time. So make sure every single day that if you're doing something that's helping you grow right now, that you always keep it up, and make sure every single day that you understand to be kind and generous every single day with information. So you understand that you have to grow, and you have to do something that helps people to grow all the time, so you can be much more compassionate, and so you can love yourself more. I see, guys, so what do you do if you cannot keep going? I mean, make sure you understand that you can always keep going, and you can always do something that's helping you grow, and you can always find a better way to say something and do something, and you can always make sure every single day that people are growing, and you can always make sure that there's an ability in you right now that if you just keep going, and if you keep really expanding your life, and if you keep really doing your life in a better way, I promise you people are listening and people are following you. So you make sure you understand that you have to fill up your social media stories every single day with content, so you can help people, and so you can do a better life for yourself. So you understand all the time to be planning your life, so you understand that it's much more about helping people to grow all the time. So you understand that it's much more about helping yourself to understand life much more. So if you're understanding life much more, then you're living life to the fullest, and you're making sure all the time that you be present and in the moment all the time. So you understand that it's much more about helping yourself to understand to feel life, and to feel gratitude every single day, to count your blessings, and to move forward. I see, guys, the art of being still every single day, to be in your emotions every single day, is a blessing. So make sure you understand that when you're in your emotions, tense up your emotions a bit, and make sure you're tensing all the time, so you understand that you can always feel your way through life like this. And you can understand that when you're feeling through life, you always find the words to say, and you always be doing something much more simple for yourself every single day, like becoming a minimalist every single day, or becoming someone who's not actually has a nice and beautiful, simple life all the time. So you must understand that if you want to help people to grow, you have to grow yourself first. And you have to understand that you have to be doing content today to be helping people to understand to thrive every single day, and to do something that's actually helping people in terms of you and other people to grow all the time. Because the whole point of life is to grow, and the whole point of life is to make sure that everybody has what they need in terms of ideas. So you understand that it's much more about being positive today than negative. So make sure you understand that if you're feeling lonely, make sure you understand that everybody's alone in life, and that way we'll become successful. I see, guys, if you understand anything about life, you have to understand success. So success happens when you understand how to grow. But when you understand how to grow, you have to understand disciplines, and you have to be disciplined for yourself. And you have to understand that every single day that people are feeling alone, and you must understand that because people are feeling alone, you have to understand that some people are lonely and some people are feeling alone. But the main thing is understanding that everybody will die alone and everybody will grow alone. And we're all growing at the same time. So make sure you understand that everybody's alone to some extent. But make sure every single day you must understand that you have to be alone in life, and you have to also learn how to be alone with yourself, and you have to learn how to understand to be away from drugs and alcohol to help your life to succeed. Because success happens when you actually have a positive mindset every single day, and when you're doing something that's your word and what you say goes. And make sure you understand that the more you live in integrity, the more your life is going to succeed, because you're a man and woman of your word, and that way you understand every single day how to live life. I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. You must understand that what you do, if somebody doesn't believe in you, you have to understand if somebody doesn't believe in you, then you have to understand that you have to grow anyway, and you have to find yourself much more attractive with life so you can actually grow yourself. And you have to understand that if you're lonely and if you're feeling lonely in life, you have to understand that you have to go and consume content, and you have to understand that it's much more about living life to the fullest. So make sure you understand that everybody has to be alone, and everybody has to feel alone throughout life. And you have to understand that if you want to feel alone, then you have to grow yourself, and you have to understand straight away that you have to do something today to help yourself prosper. So I'm understanding that every single day of my life, that when I really grow myself, I'm actually always present and in the moment, and I'm in my feelings as much as possible, so that I can help myself to deliver content, and so I can do something that's actually noteworthy for me. So every single day of my life, I'm always looking for a better way. I'm always looking to contact myself in a better way, to actually grow myself in different ways, so that I can help myself to influence myself much better. Because the whole point of life is to actually deliver content and to just be able to do something noteworthy for yourself to actually grow. But what if you're someone who is actually drinking alcohol or doing drugs at the moment? And what do you do in that situation? Well, you have to understand straight away that drugs and alcohol never does anything for you, and it never helps your health to grow. So what you have to understand, that you have to quit alcohol and drugs every single day, so that you can actually be sober, and so you can have a prosperous lifestyle and rich lifestyle for yourself. Because you have to understand that all types of diseases happen with drugs, and you have to understand that the more you do drugs, the more you're going to die by the drugs. And you have to understand it's much more about living life to the fullest, so you can so you can actually have health for yourself. So every single day of my life, I'm always looking to help myself to grow within means, and I'm actually always helping myself to understand that I'm always sober through life, and I'm making sure that every single day I'm talking positively, and I'm always trying my best to look good on the camera, and to just be able to deliver content every single day of my life helps me to just really grow. So that's the whole point of life. And you have to understand every single day that if you're doing something positive for yourself, then you're actually looking for better ways of thinking, and you're looking to help people in different ways every single day, and you're making sure that every single day of your life that you're going to go and do something that's actually helping people, because that's how you actually grow. And you must understand that if you do something to help people, then you're actually getting happier throughout the process, and you're making sure every single day of your life that you're doing something that's actually positive for yourself, because that's how you actually live life. So for myself, every single day, I'm understanding that no matter what day, if you someone who gets drunk and does alcohol or drugs, you must understand to quit drugs and alcohol as soon as possible, so that you can help yourself to grow, and so you can help yourself to become the best version of yourself. I see, guys, also when you're in your feelings, guys, you must understand that you must be present and silent with yourself, and you must learn to live in silence. So when you live in silence for yourself, that you're always going to be someone much more noteworthy in terms of life, because you're living in the silence of life. And you must understand that all sounds happen in the silence of life. So make sure you understand that without silence, there is no sounds. But you must understand that if you're really living in the silence, you have to understand that you're living in the present moment. As long as you're listening to the silence around you, that God is always speaking to you in terms of silence. So you must understand every single day of your life that the more present you become, the better silence you have, and the better inner stillness you have in life. I see, guys, to feel healthy in life, you must understand to be in the feelings of your life, because when you're in the feelings of your life every single day, you're going to understand to experience a feeling of real goodness for yourself, and you're going to be much more great at what you're doing. So make sure every single day that you live in the feelings, because that's how you experience life. I see, guys, if you really want to grow, then you have to listen to the silence within you. You have to understand straight away that life is to be living forward, and to be able to move forward in life is to be able to reflect upon yourself every single day, to go and thrive every single day in your life, to do something much better for yourself. So make sure you understand every single day of your life you're doing something that's actually helping yourself to grow, and that way you're actually reading something and you're actually becoming the best version of yourself. So hello guys, so your ability to be in the eyes, guys, in terms of being in the eyes, you must understand that you have to go and see something. You have to be able to, you must be able to elaborate with your eyes every single day while living in the eyes. So make sure you understand that when you live in the eyes, you can actually see what you want to say and what you want to do. So it's the whole point of recommendation every single day, that you understand that when you're in the eyes and when you're living really, really moment to moment, that you're actually always present and you're always really looking for something to say every single day of your life. You're looking for a better deal and you're making sure that you're growing yourself in different ways, because that way you're going to grow and that way you're going to do the best performance every single day. So if you want to do a better job for yourself, you have to understand that you have to live in the eyes every single day, so you can actually become someone much more worthy, and so you can actually deliver content to make sure that you're doing something nice and beautiful for yourself. I welcome you guys back. So what I want to talk about is just honesty, where you have to be honest, guys, and you have to be honest with yourself every single day so you can live life. I say also, guys, you have to understand every single day of your life you have to be growing, and you have to every single day learn how to grow yourself, because when you grow yourself you're going to become someone much more in your life, and then you're going to actually learn about life much more quicker. So the whole point of life is being able to freelance and being able to understand much more of what you want to do out of your life. And you must understand that if you want to help yourself to succeed, then you have to understand that you have to quit drugs, and you have to do whatever it takes to quit drugs. So every single day of your life, try to actually always do something that's positive every single day, and understand that if you get bored, try to never get bored for yourself, and try to never be someone who's bored throughout life, so you can actually do better. I'm understanding that if you want to do something much more special for yourself, then you have to grow yourself, and you have to understand to become someone much more for yourself every single day. So you have to grow, and you have to learn how to quickly really respond to life in a greater circumstance every single day, and you have to learn how to grow in different ways. So make sure you understand that you have to go and develop yourself every single day to encourage yourself to understand much more about life. So every single day of my life, I'm always trying to do much better. I'm always delivering content as much as I can, so I can grow myself and so I can become the best version of myself every single day. And you have to understand that if you have goals, guys, stick to your goals and make sure you follow Jesus Christ every single day of your life, because that way you're going to understand that you're going to do a better job like this, and you're going to be able to do much more life, and you're going to be able to live much more life, because life is worth living if you understand how to live life. And you have to understand you have to learn every single day something about life, and you have to really treasure yourself in the market. And you have to understand that if you really want to develop your soul, you have to understand every single day you have to go and fully develop yourself in every single way possible. Every single day you have to be doing something that's actually noteworthy for yourself. So every single day of my life, I'm always trying to do the best I can so that I can deliver content, and so I can understand to do much greater for myself. So you have to understand that if you want to do much better for yourself, you have to grow, and you have to understand much more about life, and you have to understand that you have to grow yourself in different ways. So every single day of my life, I'm always making sure that I do the best I can so I can be free.